Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Season of Discovery, featuring a Human Paladin. If you're new here, feel free to enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode in the background. And as always, I hope you guys are doing well. And I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we wrapped up our time in Ashara and moved back into the Searing Gorge once again. The Blackrock Eruption event is currently inactive, at least for a little while, so now is the perfect time to try and get some quests done outside while we can. Once the event starts back up again, we can probably just head back into the Slag Pit, where we won't have to worry about any of the scarier threats roaming around the zone. So let's begin with the elementals below, and then we'll make our way around the other areas. I'm going to focus on the Heart of Flame and Golem Oil first. And we'll probably make our way outside of the Cauldron and south. We should probably head back to Thorium Point at some point too, though, because we do have some quests there that we had to leave behind since our quest log was getting full. Definitely got to complete what we can and pick those other ones up. We did manage to pick up our final Heart of Flame, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take on this group over here. We still need quite a few Taskmasters and Slavers. Alright, and for now, let's exit the Cauldron and try to find somewhere else to farm. We'll check out these two dots over here for the Golem Oil, and then we'll head south and turn this quest in down here for the wooden outhouse. And that is it for the golem oil as well. So we can actually turn that one in too. Let's head south. We've got some more quests to pick up down below here as well. We'll turn these in and we'll see what these are about. Just double check our log and make sure we don't actually need more golem oil than we do. We do have to slay more golems, that's for sure. We need a ton of spiders to kill as well. That's more in the west though than anything. Let's head up the hill here. Kill 8 dark iron geologists and bring 15 pieces of silk cloth. Okay, I think the geologists should be right in this little camp here, which we've definitely got some competition for, so we might skip it for now. We need silk cloth. I guess that just means any silk cloth at all from anything, so we could probably get that from the auction house if we really needed it that badly. There's supposedly an additional quest here somewhere, leading me to believe that killing these geologists could potentially loot an item, or drop an item that would start a new quest. We'll come back to this when it's a little less packed. I think for the time being, let's work on killing our heavy war golems and spiders as well. So we'll continue to look for these as we push westward. I don't think we're going to continue to do these dailies as we press forward unless there is a real tangible reward for doing so that also doesn't take like too much time to achieve. I really don't want to be spending too much time coming back to this place and kind of fighting over enemies to kill. Definitely I don't have the time for that. I very much remember getting this rune. I believe this was for purifying power, this crystal over here. summoned one of the giant elementals that we could not solo, and we're very fortunate enough to have a group, have a couple of groups really, to go around the world with. And it's a good thing because we're actually utilizing that room now. You know what? These spiders do not count towards the quest. That is a shame. They need to be the greater versions, of course. So let's keep heading west then. We'll keep our eyes peeled for the correct enemy. I should have known too, there was too many of them up and available for us. Everything that we actually need is kind of dead right now. Yeah, with that being said, we may not actually do every single thing that we can in Searing Gorge unless we feel like we need to in order to move on to a different zone. But this is ridiculous. We're a couple of weeks into the phase already and still cannot find any enemies to kill for our quest. Yeah, and because you have to kill 20 of them, I highly doubt we're going to be able to get this done. Without exuding a ton of energy to do so. Looks like we're heading back into the slag pit sooner than expected. But I think at least in there we can actually come up with the enemies that we actually need to kill. Let's turn in this quest first, for the flame hearts and the whatever the golem hearts were. There's at least some heavy war golems in this area. And we're already 7 out of 20, so we might as well continue with that one at the very least. But I don't know if we'll get to the spiders. Our quest giver is not here. Interesting. I suppose we'll have to wait until he comes back. Alright, looks like our quest giver has returned. Let's go speak with him and see what comes of this Squire quest.
Greetings. Be careful. Have a good one. See you around.
Bring 8 thorium-plated daggers. Okay.
For the Alliance.
I'm hoping that's not something we have to purchase off of the auction house, and it's something that actually drops off of these taskmasters and slavers. And hopefully we can stay up here as well. Hopefully we don't have to go back into the pit. We kind of have everything that we need up here, as long as we can get decent spawn rates with a little bit of luck. Yeah, it does look like we can get the daggers off of the Dark Iron Dwarves in the area. Which is very good, because definitely didn't want to have to go back for anything. So far we're not doing too bad despite the competition. Hopefully these spawn rates continue to go like this. Nice steady pace. I've only got one more war golem to go, and then it's just the taskmasters and slavers from there. For those specifically, we could go into the pit if it's a little less crowded, while everybody fights for objectives up here. Let's make sure we have that last war golem first. There we go. Let's take one more quick sweep up here, and then we'll head into the slag pit. Could try going to the mountains a little bit as well, although that's probably the slag pit. I doubt that there's any actual dark irons up there, now that I think about it. All those dots on our map are probably underground. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too much right now. Let's hop on down. Let's make sure we hop down into one of the entrances. This one here. And let's go back into the pit. Appears to be no shortage of death in here either. Feel like we may have chosen the wrong entrance as well. We're not going to need any of these incendisaurs, although I'm sure this is yet another daily quest to do. So while we're running through the caves, let's take a look at our quest log. We're going to remove some of the ones that we don't want to deal with anymore. The fiery menace, we're not going to kill spiders. It's going to be too much. We are, however, going to go back to doing the dark iron geologists eventually. We still have to collect our thorium-plated daggers, and we're just going to take out the taskmasters and slavers. And I think that combination will do just fine. Hopefully this is not a dead end. It most definitely is. Wonderful. Let's find a different path. Yeah, I guess there genuinely isn't any other way in this area. I could have sworn that we originally came into this Incendisaur pit from a different part of the slag pit. But I guess I was wrong. We'll have to remember that for the future. Yeah, this looks more like where we need to be. I do admire that Blizzard has found a way to make this zone, as well as I'm sure the Burning Steppes, quite a bit more lively. At the same time, this is a little much. Very difficult to really get anything done. Wonder if they could have what they could have done to maybe spread the players out a bit more. I wonder if they could have had similar events in Winter Spring and Sythilis, perhaps. I wonder if that would have made a difference. Kind of spreading players apart a little bit, making it a little bit easier to get some of these daily objectives done. So honestly, at this point, I feel like we're better off outside, which is crazy to say. Yeah, we've been in here for quite a while and we've only seen one taskmaster, well now two taskmasters, and one slaver. I feel like this is probably not worth our time to be in here. Oh, interesting. You can get the daggers off of the slave workers as well. Well, that makes that quest in particular a lot easier. Let's start pulling some workers. We do want to try to be efficient here, though. We have a lot of other taskmasters I think we have to kill still. think we only need one more dagger. We're done with the slavers, and now we just need to keep our eye out for the taskmasters still. Not sure how much we need. Still need 6 more. I feel like we're having a better luck up top, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll head back to where we were and keep our eyes peeled. Players are just scrambling around up here. And it's not like you can really group up too easily either for something like this, because the camps are so spread apart from each other. They're super far apart. So even if you're in a group together, you can't really be at different camps unless they're maybe like right next to each other. So I guess that's like slightly better. But still, I feel like you'd be too far away in many of the instances in order to get credit for the kills. Got about 5 minutes before the eruption. I wonder if the eruption will cause everybody to kind of go their separate ways. I wonder if part of the event, any part of the event, involves in interacting with these taskmasters and slavers. Because if it doesn't, maybe they will all go away for a time. So we're just gonna have to try our luck in the pit again. There's a taskmaster. Now if 6 more of you could spawn, please. Or 5 more. See another one. There's our final thorium dagger at least. Dots on the map are a little bit easier to read now. Is this an elevator? No, it looks like just another way into the pit. I suppose it's a quicker way though. Let's turn in our quest for the thorium daggers first.
Looking for something specific?
And yeah, if the burning steps is anything like this, I don't think I'm interested in working on that zone.
What are you looking for? See you later. Be careful.
Find and return a symbol of Ragnaros. In the mountains of the northwest, you will find a large encampment of Twilight's Hammer. Okay. It's rumored that they carry symbols and idols that pay homage to their god. Bring me a symbol of Ragnaros and try to extract magic from the item casing. Okay. So it's up there. There's actually another quest up there called the Prayer of the Loon. I think we might have picked that up at one point and decided not to do anything with it. Alright, well, let's see if the eruption event kind of clears out some players. Maybe we'll have a shot at some of the taskmasters. That is, hopefully the taskmasters will continue to respawn even during the event. Seeing all these other paladins running around with their squires. I'm getting a little jealous. Guess we're gonna have to fight this guy. Need 2 more taskmasters. That's it. I'm glad we at least got to experience the area and how the Syrian Gorge would look. Than a constant eruption happening, but also just how it would look like with a ton of players in the zone. It's kind of cool, but definitely already over it. And since I think we'll skip the burning steps as well, we'll probably head into both. We'll probably wrap up Daenerys. There's a couple of quests actually in there that we've missed. And we'll go straight back into Ungoro from there. That should get us to level 54, and at that point there are a ton of other zones that open up. Got Felwood and Western Plaguelands. Those are probably going to be the next ones to follow. And then of course we'll have the likes of Winter Spring and the Eastern Plaguelands at some point. We're so close. We're definitely going to want to complete our Squire quest line, though. I'm assuming this is what this quest line is here. So we probably will be returning to the Syrian Gorge in the next episode for just at least a little while we wrap up that quest line, and then we can move on to something else. Seem to be having the best luck with taskmasters over here, closer to the cauldron. So maybe we'll park ourselves at this camp and just pray that we can finally pick up our last one. Oh my god, thank you. Please release me from this hell. Well, we proved to ourselves that we could do it, at least. Do I even want to bother with these geologists? I don't know, if I'm being completely honest. I do not know if I want to waste our time doing that today. For now, let's get back to Thorium Point and turn in these quests. We'll see if all the effort was worth it somehow. And then we'll definitely have to complete our Squire quest line. We're back at Thorium Point now. Let's go ahead and turn these in.
Up with it.
Slag Plank Gauntlets, definitely way worse than what we're wearing right now, unfortunately.
Interest you on a pint? Watch your back. Be good.
And we've got a daily quest here that I'm not really sure did anything. Oh, well, I suppose we got rep with the Thorium Brotherhood. That makes sense. We are not picking up any other quest lines here. I'll think about maybe taking care of the Dark Iron Geologists in the southeast, maybe. But I think we're going to end it right there for now. In the next one, we're going to finish up our Squire questline within the Searing Gorge. And then I think we'll head back to Tenaris and Ungoro until we hit level 54. In the meantime, I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.